More than 200,000 people are out of work in Wisconsin. So why are state prison inmates who are supposed to be serving time for crimes holding down jobs? Fox 11 on special assignment first told you about the state's work release program in November. That's when the state refused to tell us where the inmates were working. But Robert Hornacek stayed on the story and has new information about where prisoners are working and why. And Robert is here with a preview of tonight's story. Good morning.
Good morning, Rachel. You know, the Department of Corrections says there are 145 prison inmates working at 20 employers in northeast Wisconsin. The question is, where? Well, initially, the Department of Corrections refused to tell us, saying there were security concerns about the public knowing the names of the employers in the program. But we stayed on the story and filed an appeal. And the DOC changed its position and provided us with a list of the employers, but also placed strict security limits on that list. From the list, we did some of our own research and found that most of the inmates are punching the clock at area manufacturing companies, while some are working for a nonprofit, even a local university. In fact, one inmate works cleaning up the grounds of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay campus. What's the benefit to UW Green Bay of having an inmate do this work?
The benefit to us is we have a person that's here every day doing the same job all the time. With that, I have consistency. We do pay minimum wage to the inmates when they come out and they start, and we don't have to pay any of the benefits. So it's a cost savings for the taxpayer.
Coming up tonight on Fox 11 News at 9, we'll hear from more of the employers on the list, and we'll also hear from supporters of the program and from an opponent who questions why employers are using inmates when so many other people are out of work.
And are we talking about a certain type of inmate?
Well, the type really runs the gamut. These are all inmates, first of all, in the Wisconsin Department of Corrections, so they are all sentenced to some sort of prison time. These aren't the county jail inmates on the Huber program. That's totally different. So these are all inmates who are staying at basically what amounts to a minimum security facility. They're classified as community custody, which is the official term for the lowest security level in the Department of Corrections. But as for the types of crimes, it's really a variety of crimes. There's people who are on for drug charges, theft, OWI. The one thing they all have in common is they all have to go through a very lengthy screening process before they're allowed into the work release.
And why do employers choose to hire inmates?
Well, that's one of the big questions we wanted to find out, and from talking to a lot of people in the program, many people think it's because the inmates are cheaper, because companies can save money, but the state says companies have to pay the inmates the same rate they pay anybody else.
Okay.
Usually these are pretty low wage jobs, so they're between $8 and $10 an hour. Many companies also say they simply can't find people to do certain jobs, usually temporary jobs, third shift jobs. And the fact is,
they can find the inmates
exactly,
to do them.
And the inmates, they say, are reliable, they show up, they're there on time, and they're excited about work because most of these inmates would rather be working than sitting in a cell somewhere.
And your full story tonight at 9?
Tonight at 9.
On Fox 11, Robert Hornacek. Thanks for stopping by for a preview. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin. We'll be right back.